Hey Charlie, hey Max, how you doing? Appreciate you guys coming in. Um, Go ahead, yeah, sit where you wish. I've got both you can either sit on the couch, or if one of you want the chair over there, feel free. Just so you know that this session is being recorded. And if you don't mind, we're going to sign some consent forms, just stating that you guys are okay with this being recorded. The At any point, if you need to use the bathroom, just go ahead down the hall. You can see it on the right hand side. Probably noticed if you walked in here. The first thing I want to do is talk about, kind of how this works. What are we going to do today? Mostly the first session, and all the sessions are 45 minutes. We're going to, give me some background information so I can learn, who yous are, and going forward, we can build on that as we do each session. The Aside from getting some basic demographic stuff from me, is maybe tell me some hobbies, what you do for a living, things like that. Then we'll go into the problem itself, because you guys you're here for a reason, and we do need to address that. And then coming with that, letting me know what the problem is, I just want you to let me know, maybe what your goals, what you're looking to get out of this is, and what fixing the problem looks like to you. And then towards the end, we'll get into some of the payment details, things like that. Do you have any questions for me right now? All right, good. So how was the trip coming in? All right, yeah, normally this time of day is not too bad unless there's a game going on, then things get a little clogged up. But otherwise, it's generally a good time to make these meetings. So, Max, we talked for a good bit on the phone 2 days ago. So if you don't mind, I'm going to start with Charlie. And Charlie, if you just want to tell me, how old you are, where you're from, what you do for a living, things like that. Okay, well, that's really interesting. I love Tony Luke steak, so I'm down that way all the time, and it's a pretty good area to hang out at. The issue itself, what would you say the problem? Tell me what the problem is. Mm-hmm. So you're saying that you feel that he's not listening to you when you ask him to do things? Mm-hmm. Okay. And Max, when you hear that, what do you think? How does hearing that from Charlie make you feel? And is that something that you knew about coming in here? And I think from our conversation, you had a pretty good idea about that. But go ahead, tell me in your own words. Well, sure, that can be difficult sometimes, and that's one of the things we'll address today is some different communication styles. I feel like it would go a long way on helping you guys move forward with this. As you guys, before you came here, you started realizing having issues. Did you get any advice from friends on how to fix this, or maybe other therapists before me? And Charlie, if you don't mind, if we go back to you, what has that looked like, if anything? Mm-hmm. Max, do you have anything that you want to add to that? Okay, and do you agree with what Charlie was saying as far as what the helps look like so far? Okay. Within the relationship dynamics, have there been any recent changes? Maybe with each of your individual families, or between you two together, living situation. Give me an idea of what some changes might have been recently, that, especially if you think that they could aggravate the problem that you're having in the relationship. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, with your your mom moving in, Max, and hearing what Charlie has to say about how that has changed things in the house, can you see how that might affect the problem? Right, and most people, they want to help out their family if they can. I'd imagine. Yeah, that's not true for everybody, but in this case, looks like that's what you want to do. But I can also see his point of view as far as how that can make the relationship a little worse, and have to work on things when it comes with your mom living in the house with you guys. As far as goals go, and Max, we'll start with you. What does fixing the problem look like to you? How would things be? What would a day be like when you say to yourself, I don't need to be in therapy because things are going great? Okay. Sure, and you feel like if you're doing a lot of the work while Charlie's home all day, maybe Charlie could have certain things done by the time you're getting home. Charlie, how do you feel about what Max is saying right now? All right, well, hold on 1 second. Let's just take it back for a second, and I just want to hear you. Let me rephrase that and see if you agree with what I'm saying. So you feel as if because Max is making all the money, he's demanding that you do everything else as far as preparing meals, cleaning the house, almost as if you were the domesticated partner and you were expected to get all that stuff done, whereas really he should be helping with more of a share of the chores. Okay. And Max, do you think it's possible that you can help out more with the chores, or do you find that to be unreasonable, maybe? Okay. Well, let's talk about, because there was a point when everything may have felt like it was more okay, right? Or even maybe yesterday, you guys were going through your day, and it was a good day. Tell me what that looks like. What works in the relationship, and what do you like about the relationship? Give me maybe 2 ideas of how that would look. Go ahead, Charlie. Okay. And Max, what do you think? What do you think about Charlie's ideas, and would anything be different for you? Okay, so it seems like the both of you agree with how things are when they're good. That's what's going on with the relationship, right? The As far as fixing the problem, what do you think that looks like? Not just what a good day looks like, but what helps move us towards a resolution. Yeah, please, Max, go ahead. Okay. And Charlie? So generally, there's a lot of things here where you both have identified the pretty similar problems within the relationship, and have an understanding, it seems like, of the other person's position. And I think that this is something that is very, very doable going forward. As far as there's things that we can do together to help patch up those parts of the relationship that you're having issues with. It doesn't always work for everybody, but we'll see going forward how this is for you guys. We're coming close to the end of the 45 minutes, so I just want to talk a little bit about how the finance works. You guys have been referred to SIRS, so your first 4 sessions, they cover that completely. After the first 4 sessions, your insurance kicks in, and then it's $15 copay per session. All right, it'll be 45 minutes. And do you guys want to do the same time next week? Okay, great. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you both. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to seeing you sometime next week. And just remember, at some point, go grocery shopping together. Go to the gym together. One of those different activities that you just talked about that you can do together. I want to hear about that experience when you guys come back next week, and that'll be your homework, okay? All right, great. Take care.